I see some serious problems with Celestia or TIA, and I'm going to give you a crypto analysis and honest review right here that'll be super helpful for you because I care about you. I'm tired of y'all getting ripped off on garbage crypto investments when there's real opportunities available. And I am reviewing Celestia because this looks obviously bad to me. After 11 years in crypto, it looks like it's dramatically overvalued. And I think this is very high risk with very low potential reward. And all the narratives and stuff that is talked about around Celestia is very easy to show how inaccurate and how that's not going to work long term. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. And I'm holding tens of thousands of internet computer because that to me looks like the best investment in crypto right now, based on real utility, not hype and speculation and talk, but real tech. When I compare Celestia at a fully diluted market cap that's almost the exact same as ICP, one of these looks awesome, Internet Computer Protocol, and by comparison, Celestia looks absolutely terrible. So this came out fairly recently, just a year and a half ago, and this is where everybody got ripped off, buying this new blockchain, never used it before, no idea what it is, and then it's already went down 90% from then, and there's still a bunch of token unlocks coming from this. But the real question is this technology fundamentally adding value for humanity? Or is it just another Me Too blockchain where let's just create a blockchain and put a bunch of money for ourselves, but is anybody actually going to use this in the long term? So what I did is ask ChatGPT to compare Celestia to Internet Computer, because Internet Computer is the absolute best in crypto. Like, there's nothing on Internet Computer Protocol's level. If you want to watch my last live stream going over that and going over why it's not talked about as much as it should be, then watch this video called 85 out of the top 100 crypto channels hide this altcoin. Watch that one. So this is not a video just about ICP. But what we're going to do is compare the architecture and design of Celestia versus ICP. And technology is what really matters. Everybody in crypto is trying to get you to think it doesn't, but it does. And in the long term, all these cryptos that don't have real technology, the rug's going to get pulled on them. The Ponzi scheme is going to fall through because there's nothing real at the foundation of it. It's a house of cards waiting to collapse. Celestia, if you look at architecture and design, it's a modular blockchain. Do you know what that means? Do you use it every day? Does anybody use this every day? Modular blockchain, it separates consensus and data availability. What does that mean? And why is it useful? And with the data availability sampling, you don't have to have full node participation, improving efficiency and scalability. Well, okay, it's built with a Cosmos SDK integration. So it has interoperability with other Cosmos-based chains. So Cosmos, the ecosystem, has not been doing that well overall either. And when you compare the tech, all right, so Celestia is it wants to be, monolithic blockchain, but ICP has the real platform where you can build everything all in the same spot. Whereas when you look at Celestia, it's trying to make it easy for anyone to deploy their own blockchain. Why would you want to deploy your own blockchain? And if you do want to deploy your own blockchain, it's going to be easier and more secure and faster if you do it with Internet Computer Protocol, not with Celestia. Because on ICP, for example, there's something, somebody did this last year. They called it blockchain on blockchain, Bitcoin's consensus with Doge's utility. And it's the first, I don't hold any Bob, by the way. It's the first layer 2 proof of work blockchain built on top of Internet Computer Protocol. So it does hashing, and this actually does all of it directly on the Internet Computer blockchain. So if you want to launch a blockchain, it's as easy as copying Bob's code and putting it on ICP, because then you can do everything fully on chain with ICP. And the technology is just incredible on ICP, but we're going to have to find this themselves because ChatGPT doesn't even have any data for Celestia. ICP's doing thousands of transactions a second. The governance model is fully on chain. ChatGPT doesn't even know how this is going to work. And what's funny is, if you look at the use cases, Celestia is in early stages. Like hardly anybody I see is using this. I've like never talked to anybody who's actually even trying to build anything. And what's funny is somebody actually, some of the data used for this, ChatGPT somebody took a video that I deleted this review off my crypto reviews channel. Somebody else got a hold of the video somehow and re-uploaded it. And, ChatGPT actually linked to their review right there, which is pretty funny. But let's look at the Explorer on here. So if we go to the Explorer, we can try and get an idea of what's happening with this and how much actual use there is. And this is just a Cosmos Explorer. So this is just another Me Too blockchain built with Cosmos, which, most of these haven't went like anywhere over, unless they have massive marketing, and that is extremely limited. So if you look at there's hardly even any data we can easily get right here. If you look at this, the block times are 5 seconds according to this, and there's 6 transactions a block. That's 1 transaction a second. ICP is doing thousands of transactions a second. So when you compare to this, this looks dead. I mean, this looks like there's very little activity on here. And the most active repository on here, you have a few hundred total people on it. That ICP has some of the most active developer repositories in all of crypto. So when you compare this, these words you don't understand, modular data building network that securely scales, making it easy to launch your own blockchain. This is totally unnecessary. ICP's tech does it easier, does it faster, and gives you access to more tools. So the way I see it, Celestia is useless. I don't see any reason I would use this. I don't see any reason to invest in this, because the only reason I would see to invest in a blockchain is if you are using it every day. Just speculating on stuff is insane. And you pay for your insanity, as this went down 90% in the last year. People have been critical about the ICP price. This has been worse. It just launched down 90% in the last year. And will it come back? Like, to me, there's no reason for this to come back. It does nothing useful for humanity. And by comparison, ICP does everything it does better. To me, the fundamentals of investing is that I only invest in cryptos that actually use the blockchain every day, which is only ICP. If you're buying Bitcoin on an exchange, you're not using the blockchain. And if you're playing a crypto game, but you're not actually sending transactions on the blockchain, you're not using the blockchain either, even if it has a token. My website's hosted on jerrybanfield.com, which is on Internet Computer Protocol. So I use the blockchain every day. I have my community in open chat. I use the blockchain every day on an open chat. So when you compare that to this, like almost nobody could even use this blockchain every day. Almost the only thing people are doing this are buying it on an exchange and hoping it's going up, which is absolutely insane. So if you appreciate this honest review, where I could make so much more money just farming the Celestia community, saying, yeah, guys, you're in the right position. Just keep holding. It'll go up. Don't worry about it. And, people like and subscribe. And then I just do that with 100 other coins, take a bunch of money to show exchanges, and I could make millions more dollars. But I choose to do this because to me, this is genuinely useful. To me, investing in Celestia is insanity. It's delusion. This is useless tech, a Me Too blockchain. I've said it several times, so it really sinks in. And if you care, if you appreciate, if you can handle the truth, subscribe, and then check the description. Watch some of my playlists, my ICP videos. Come by for a live stream. Become a member. And I'll read every comment you make as a member on videos or on live streams. And if you want to talk crypto, go to jerrybanfield.com. You could do a podcast with me live yourself, or have a private call to let me rip the rest of your crypto portfolio.